Obviously, in your role, you get to speak with a lot of customers, as well as companies that are looking to outsource, all or part of their logistics operations. What are the main driving forces, that are leading companies to outsource today? And are those driving forces the same or different than they were, let's say, 5 or 10 years ago?
In our experience and what we see at Legacy, why people outsource, it really comes down to, I would say, four main factors. It's going to come down to cost. So, as a provider, we typically have a better cost structure than a lot of our clients. That's why they outsource to us, and that could be a labor cost structure, that could be our bricks and mortar building cost structure, that could be us leveraging our transportation network. But beyond costs, we have a lot of clients that will outsource to us because of flexibility. We just offer a more flexible approach to supply chain. And again, that's our 50 operating sites across North America that provide us some flexibility and provide our clients some flexibility. That's our solid understanding of supply chain as a service provider that also adds flexibility. Number three, the third reason we'll see a lot of folks outsource in today's environment is really about capital investment. And so many clients out there are looking to redeploy the capital elsewhere in their business. So if you're a retailer, you're looking to deploy that capital on a storefront. If you're a consumer's good or industrial player, you're looking to deploy that capital into your manufacturing processes. So that certainly plays into it. And I would say number four, with respect to why we're seeing outsourcing out in North America today, it's still service levels. It's leveraging a outsourced provider, a supply chain expert to drive and definitely improve service levels. So. Has there been a lot of broad, wide sweeping changes in the outsource world in the last 5 to 10 years in North America? Probably not. There are some subtleties I see changing. We see some of our global clients looking for integrated global solutions. So, we're in a nice position that we offer, international brokerage services from Asia into North America, and you can pick up that product at the shores of North America, and you can put it into your warehouses, and you can do last mile delivery. So maybe a little more interest in integrated global supply chains. We're seeing some regulatory compliance impacts. A great example at hand is we operate very heavily in California, and the new CARB compliance regulations that the state has put in place. And it's the state's effort to get newer equipment on the road and pull the older equipment off the road. Does force some clients into potentially outsourcing their fleet, and we've seen some of that activity in California. We're seeing some service need differentials in the last 5 years. My best example would be e-com. We've recently put a couple e-com pieces of business into our world. And we have so many clients that just aren't comfortable in that e-com fulfillment world, which is very different from anything else you do in the supply chain. And I think the last and final fourth change I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years has been, the emergence of technology needs. So we'll get clients who are trying to improve their warehouse management system or want to improve their transportation management systems perhaps they don't want to make that investment into technology, or they don't have the bench strength internally to implement or invest in that technology. So they'll look to outsourcers and say, hey, what have you got from a tier one perspective? And how can we leverage you as an outsource provider to get that technology solutions?
No, all great points, and I would echo the e-commerce or more broadly speaking, omni-channel fulfillment, which is definitely in the retail segment, something that a lot of retailers are trying to still figure out and looking for best practices or looking for partners that can help them, achieve what they're trying to achieve there. And I always say that, your last point there about technology, that from what I hear from a lot of customers, a lot of manufacturers and retailers, is that they're looking to their 3PL partners as a source of technology. And in many ways, something I've been talking about for years is that we're seeing the business models of 3PLs as operations managers, converge with consulting and technology, right? And then really a successful 3PL really bundles all those three things together.